When a person decides to mark their body forever, it's never just decoration. It's a statement to the world and to themselves. This is who I am. This is my story. This is my trace. And the most fascinating part? Tattoos are rarely about beauty. They're about pain, memory, and power over the body. Think about it. Skin is the border between you and the world. When someone tattoos that border, they're literally rewriting it. Sometimes to show individuality, sometimes to hide a scar, sometimes to close a chapter that still hurts to remember. Psychoanalysis has long spoken of the body as the keeper of memory. Freud believed that consciousness grows from bodily sensations, from touch, from pain, from pleasure. In that sense, every tattoo is a page of personal history, written not in words, but in ink. There's an intriguing study. People with tattoos often say, "I finally feel like my body belongs to me." In other words, tattooing can be an act of reclaiming control after illness, childbirth, trauma, divorce, or anything that once made you feel like a stranger in your own skin. Some forms of psychotherapy even consider tattooing a form of body-based self-therapy. The pain moves from inside to outside, visible, tangible, and complete. And here's some science. Researchers from the University of Michigan discovered that tattoos are less about rebellion and more about the need to feel alive again, especially among those who've lived through emotional numbness, loss, stress, or violence. During tattooing, pain becomes controlled pain. Once, someone hurt you and you were powerless. Now you choose the pain yourself, and that turns suffering into strength. That's the paradox. Tattoos often look like defiance, but in truth, they're a form of self-soothing. One of my clients had a small tattoo on her wrist. "I'm still here." After years of panic attacks, she told me, "I just needed proof that I still exist." It wasn't just a phrase, it was a talisman. Ancient tribes once used tattoos to protect against evil spirits. Today, we use them to guard against inner demons, trauma, loneliness, grief. Thousands of years have passed, but the function remains the same. But not all tattoos heal. Sometimes they trap pain. When someone inks the name of a lost loved one or a symbol of suffering, their mind may interpret it as, "Don't let go." In this way, some memorial tattoos keep wounds open instead of closing them. Curiously, after tattooing, cortisol, the stress hormone, drops. The brain records, "I survived." Another study, published in the American Journal of Human Biology, found that after multiple tattoo sessions, people show higher levels of immunoglobulin A, an indicator of immune resilience. It's as if the body says, "I'm the master now." So why do some people stay blank while others cover themselves in symbols? Jungian psychologists would say, because some of us have a stronger need to materialize our inner myths. For them, tattoos are a visual library of the soul. Some people need a diary, others need skin. For teenagers, tattoos often become a declaration. "Mom, I'm not you." When control dominates a family and individuality isn't allowed, tattooing becomes a symbolic act of separation, the final territory where you can still make your own choices. Even in prisons or the military, tattoos serve the same function, a mark of identity in systems built to erase it. When everything else is stripped away, name, freedom, individuality, a tattoo becomes proof. I still exist. In the modern world, tattoos have become public diaries, Once we hid our journals under pillows, now we write them on skin and post them on Instagram. It's not just aesthetics, it's communication. Look, I have depth, I have pain, I have taste. Often it's just another form of loneliness, a way to be seen, heard, recognized, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, visibility is healing. There are gender differences too. Women often use tattoos to reconnect with their bodies after trauma, after childbirth, surgery, toxic relationships. It's a way to reclaim femininity and power. Men tend to use tattoos as symbols of strength, status, belonging. But for both, one motive repeats most often. I control the pain.
I never thought I would find you.
And now, we're connected forever.
Sometimes people say, I just wanted something beautiful. But beauty is rarely just beauty. It's a hidden message. See me. Remember me. It's always about recognition. A client once tattooed, "This too shall pass," on his arm. A year later, he came back with an update. "This too shall pass, but not today." That's therapy in motion, written on skin. But sometimes tattoos become addictive. Each new design brings a dopamine rush, a hit of identity and renewal. When it fades, the person needs another. It's not dangerous if conscious, but it can become the only way to feel real. And do you know which tattoos people regret the most? Not the names of exes, but the ones done just because everyone else did. According to the British Association of Dermatologists, almost 30% of tattoo removals happen because of social pressure. The collective unconscious works better than any marketing campaign. Statistically, people with multiple tattoos are more likely to have experienced emotional instability in childhood, a lack of touch, safety, or acceptance. For them, skin becomes a canvas for rewriting history. Through pain, color, and symbols, they say, now
Don't
I
worry,
can be
you'll
seen.
see. It will be
Now
over in a minute.
I can feel.
I trust you.
And that brings us full circle. A tattoo isn't just decoration. It's a message your psyche writes on your body when words are no longer enough. For some, it's a poem. For others, a scream. Ask yourself, am I doing this to add meaning or to cover a wound? That answer matters more than the design. If a tattoo becomes a way to reclaim your pain and turn it into power, it can be deeply healing. But if it's a way to hide your pain, it will stay beneath the ink, no matter how beautiful the design. So next time you see someone covered in tattoos, don't rush to judge. You're not looking at an image. You're looking at a story of pain, survival, freedom, and sometimes even love. And if you ever decide to get one yourself, don't look for a lucky charm or protection from evil. Instead, ask yourself, what moment do I want to keep? What pain am I ready to let go? Because in the end, every tattoo is not a picture. It's a meeting with yourself. Take care. See you soon.
Write what you think about this in the comments. See you in the new videos.